One of the biggest losers in this whole election, other than Joe Biden, when it's all said and done, is going to be Fox News. And I don't know if it's that Rupert Murdoch has gone the way of Joe Biden, or that his sons are just totally in control of everything. But Fox News looks like the biggest fool in this entire election process. They continue to push this fake news agenda about Arizona being called for Biden, when clearly it hasn't. The New York Times hasn't called it. CNN hasn't called it. And for whatever reason, Fox News, before the majority of votes were even in, called Arizona and refuses to uncall it. In fact, the guy who's in charge over there is a guy named, works at the decisions desk. His name is Arnon Mishkin. And he's the guy that decides when to call a state and what to call a state. And he decided early on to call Arizona. Now, since nobody else really has called Arizona, people are wondering why Fox News continues to perpetuate this myth, this fallacy that Joe Biden has won Arizona and the very important 11 electoral votes that go with it. And here he was on Fox yesterday trying to explain his questionable decision.
What I think we've heard from the White House is that they are expecting to get that they need just to get 61% of the outstanding vote, and there are 870,000 outstanding votes, and they'll be getting that. That's not true. The reality is that they're likely to get only about 44% of the outstanding votes that are there. We're right now sitting on a race that is Biden at 53%, Trump at 46%. I'm sorry, the president is not going to be able to take over and win enough votes to eliminate that 7-point lead that the former vice president has.
That's a supposed electoral college expert, Arnon Mishkin from Fox News at the decision desk. I'm sorry, the president is not going to be able to take over that lead, that 7-point lead that Joe Biden has. Well, as of this morning, Joe Biden's 7-point lead in Arizona has shrunk to a 2-point lead in Arizona. And Donald Trump, who he thought would get maybe 40% of the outstanding votes in Maricopa County, guess how many he got? 59% of the outstanding votes in Maricopa County, which is exactly what the Trump campaign was suggesting they were going to get. And Fox News still will not let go of this methodology that they've created that called Arizona super early. It seems to me that somebody at Fox News, whether it's the Murdochs, whether it's Arnon Mishkin, whether it's Chris Wallace, who knows even who runs that place anymore, someone is super butthurt about Donald Trump doing so well in this election, doing so well and being really positioned to take over the electoral count lead if and when he wins Arizona. In fact, there are people right now outside the Arizona counting facilities in Phoenix. There are people, hundreds of Trump supporters, who've gathered there and are chanting and screaming. And Rachel Maddow from MSNBC sent a reporter down there. Listen to this report from MSNBC about the counting outside in Phoenix.
Start here and then start up here. And they're actually chanting, Fox News sucks. Fox News sucks. The reason why they're chanting that is because Fox News called Arizona for Biden yesterday, and a lot of people are angry about that. We have not called Arizona. A lot of other organizations have made that decision not to call Arizona. It is much too close right now.
It is much too close right now, says the MSNBC reporter, standing in front of hundreds of Trump supporters outside of Phoenix, Arizona's counting facility, who are chanting Fox News sucks. I love the way he described it too. Rachel, it appears they're chanting Fox News sucks. And let me explain to you why. So this is where we are today. We are in a position where Arizona has been questionably called by Fox News. Again, of all the news organizations, you would think that the one that Donald Trump has given his most attention to would be the ones to give the most attention to the count. But you've got CNN and the New York Times and a bunch of other people saying, no, Joe Biden's sitting at 254. We'll give you that. We'll call Michigan, sure. We'll call Wisconsin, no problem. But Arizona is way too close to call. They're still counting. And Donald Trump is making up ground. Anybody who gets on there and starts projecting Arizona, projecting Nevada, anyone who gets out there and says, Joe Biden's going to be the next president of the United States, they're lying to you, and they're more importantly, they're lying to themselves.